What if the life you're waiting for is already here? We spend so much of our lives waiting. When I earn a little more, when I lose a little weight, when the children grow up, when work becomes less stressful, when life finally settles down. It's almost as if happiness has been scheduled for a later date. What if later never arrives? Strange how often we postpone living while we're busy, making plans to live. But what if this morning wasn't just another morning? What if this coffee, this walk, this conversation was part of the life you'll one day look back on with a smile? Perhaps we've been measuring life the wrong way, always asking what's next, instead of what's here. What if enough has never been about how much you own, how successful you become, or how many goals you achieved? What if enough is simply the moment you realize you already have something worth appreciating? Maybe life doesn't become meaningful with every perfect plan. Maybe it becomes meaningful the moment you stop waiting. So what if this right here is enough? What if time never actually sped up? Think about it. When you were 10, a summer felt endless. No entire year can disappear before you even notice. People often say time flies, but what if it doesn't? What if we simply noticing less of it? As children, everything is new. First bike, first day in school, first holiday abroad, first broken heart. Our minds collect every detail, every colour, every smell, every sound. Then life becomes familiar. We drive the same roads, we wake up at the same time, buy the same groceries, and we repeat the same routines. Days begin to blend together. It's not because life has become shorter, but because we stopped seeing it. So imagine if today was filled with firsts again. A new place, a new conversation, a new skill, a new way of looking at someone you love. Would the day feel longer? Would the week feel fuller? Maybe time hasn't changed at all. Maybe our attention has. Perhaps the secret to making life feel longer isn't adding more years. It's adding more moments. Moments we notice when we're alive. So what if the clock has never been moving faster? We've been simply looking away. What if we never really grow up? We're children. We imagine adults have everything figured out. They seem confident, certain, like they know exactly what they're doing. Then one day you become one. Something surprising happens. You realize you're still learning, still guessing, still making mistakes. The only difference is that people now expect you to know all of the answers. Strange how growing older doesn't change. Change is what the world expects from you, because you still laugh at silly things, you still worry, you still wonder. Only now the questions are bigger. Maybe that's why we're kinder when we remember that everyone is figuring life out for the very first time. Person serving you coffee, the neighbour next door, your parents, your children, even the people who seem to have it all together. Perhaps confidence isn't knowing exactly where you're going. Perhaps it's simply having the courage to keep walking, even when you don't. So what if being an adult was never about having all the answers? What if it's about never losing the curiosity to keep asking questions? What if you could remember every single day of your life, every conversation, every meal, every face you passed, every word ever spoken to you? First, it sounds wonderful. You'd never lose a memory, never forget a birthday, never misplace a moment. But then imagine carrying every embarrassment, every argument, every goodbye, every regret. Strange how forgetting often feels like a weakness, but perhaps it's one of life's greatest kindnesses. Some memories grow softer, some pain becomes quieter, some wounds heal, because time gently blurs the edges. Now imagine the opposite. Imagine nothing ever faded. Would you still become the person you are today? Would yesterday always be standing in front of tomorrow? Maybe our memories are meant to be perfect recordings. Maybe they're meant to leave us with what mattered most. A laugh, a voice, feeling, a moment that somehow refuses to disappear. So what if forgetting was never the enemy? What if it's the quiet space that allows us all to keep moving forward? And perhaps the memories that truly belong to us, the ones that time could never erase. What if, for just 1 minute, you could see your entire future? Every success, every failure, every goodbye, every hello, every person you've ever met. Would you want to know? Strange how much of life is built on uncertainty. We make plans without guarantees. Fall in love without knowing. Start new jobs, move to new places, take chances, all without certainty. What if certainty was never the goal? Imagine knowing the exact day you meet your closest friend. Would you still be excited? Imagine knowing every mistake before you made it. Would you still become the person those mistakes were shaping? Perhaps the beauty of life has never been that we know what's coming. Perhaps it's what we don't. Every surprise, every unexpected smile, every opportunity you never saw coming, every ordinary day that quietly became one of the best days of your life. Maybe if we could read the final chapter, we'd stop enjoying the pages in between. So what if not knowing has never been life's greatest weakness? What if it's the very thing that makes every tomorrow worth waking up for? What if the quality of our lives depends on the questions we ask ourselves? Think about it. How often do we ask questions like, why does this always happen to me? What if I fail? What will people think? Our minds will always find an answer, even if it's the wrong one. But what if we asked different questions? What can I learn from this? What if it works? What have I overlooked? Who needs my kindness today? Strange how one question completely changed the direction of a conversation. Maybe it can change the direction of a life too. Imagine waking up tomorrow and asking not, what do I have to do today? But what kind of person do I want to be today? The work might be the same. The people might be the same. The problems might still be there, but you wouldn't be. Perhaps the answers you've been searching for, been waiting behind better questions all along. So what if the next chapter of your life doesn't begin with finding all the answers? What if it begins with asking just one better question?